With Google Classroom, you have the option to add students, of course, but also to invite other teachers to act as sort of co-teachers, whether this is an EA or a supply teacher or just somebody you're collaborating with. So let's look at how we would do that in Google Classroom. When I start at classroom.google.com, I can open any of my current classrooms. So I'll grab this one. And who do I have in here at the moment? Okay. I'm going to remove that particular account here, which of course you can do at any time if you've got students that you don't need, and they're nice and clean. So for my student side of things, when I go ahead and start typing in a name like Elena, I can tell, of course, that this is a student right away because I'm seeing the number at tldSB.me as an option there. So I can click on that student and I can choose to invite them. And I could do that one by one by one by one if I needed to, adding all of my kids to this classroom. Alternatively, if I have students in front of me, or I know that they will soon be around and have technology available to them, then I can invite them with a class code. So that I will see both on the stream, on the main page, I see it right here, and I can even hit this little display button to make it big, and hit it again to go bigger. So I can put that up in my classroom and have students type that in, where they click the little plus option on the main classroom page to join a class. They can type in this code and they will immediately end up in my classroom. So that's a very quick way to add a whole ton of students into your classroom all at once, is with that code. And then it doesn't have to wait for them to eventually accept that invitation either. With teachers, I can come up here and click the little plus button and similarly start typing one of those in. So I'm going to go with TS, there it is, consultants, and I'll invite that account. And that account is going to get an invitation as well to become a teacher in this classroom. So for that account, I can jump to it right now, actually. I'm going to jump into the email because I would have gotten an email about it as well. And there's my invitation to co-teach this classroom. So I can click on that, come over to here and join. And once I've done that, here we go. It takes me right into the classroom. There's no extra clicking around to do, but it means I can go over to the people page and I'll see that this account is now the co-teacher within this classroom. So that means either one of us can come here and launch meetings if we need to and work with the students. We can post assignments and announcements and things together. It's sort of equal in that sense in terms of what we can and can't do. So very handy to be able to add all of your students at once via the code. And if you need to reset that code at any point, because you were getting students in that maybe shouldn't, they had been in your classroom, they saw it posted on the board or something and started joining your classroom, you can hit this little gear. You can come down to invite codes. This is for Google Meet right here, but here's the class code. I can come over to here and I can decide that I need to reset that code. So all I need to do from here is come right to where it says Manage Invite Codes. It lets you know that those settings will apply to both the invite links and the class codes now. So where it's currently turned on, I'm going to hit that. I have the option to reset. So before I do that, we'll look real close. It was 4, let me make that bigger, 4RMQ6Y7. And after I hit reset, bang, completely changed. And I can do that again and again and again if I needed to, but once it's reset, I would just close here and then go through and potentially remove any kids that had added themselves that I didn't need into that classroom as students. So you always have the option to add or remove or even make as a class owner any of these options within Google Classroom at any time for any of the participants that you have in your classroom.